With watching the episode of Dino Fury with Harvey and Izzy being turned evil with the sports gun machine that Void King makes and stuff like that, it got me thinking on evil Rangers. Now, I'm going to say this right now. We know that Hasbro will never allow evil Rangers, or not unless they're under a spell. Everything can be rectified quite quickly. But I generally kind of thought a very interesting plot, as well as a major big twist, would why not have an evil Ranger at the very beginning of the season that joins the Rangers, that fights with them, but then turns on them. I think it'd be a really cool idea, so let's talk about it. I would love to see a Ranger get their powers and then all of a sudden get turned evil, but one to the point where we don't know. Like maybe it happens off screen, maybe we just hear something that just kind of makes us go, huh, or speculate on loads of different things. This would be fantastic. I would love it, and I think the fandom would love it to some degree, to the point where we're guessing every single week or every single episode, because it's now on Netflix, guys. We're going to get it in one big lump, so there's not going to be any speculation for any single week thing that we do. It'll literally be, let's watch it happen unfold. But can you imagine like not knowing, and then all of a sudden at the very end everyone goes because he suddenly attacks, and we get the entire whole backstory of what happened, how they felt, how they've been under the spell for such a long time, but no one's noticed it. But there would be simple ways of like seeing it that we would talk about. The small hints would be that none of the minions would attack first. None of the monsters would attack them directly. It would have to be that Ranger has to go in and attack the minions, attack the monster, and do it that way. Maybe you could get a little bit of sabotage when the base, like, oh, our sensors are down. What's happening? Like, why can't we detect? And it's like, oh, there is a monster coming towards the base. Oh, we've lost connectivity or something like that to the screens, or something to the point with like, oh my God, the shields have been down. How did that happen? And we just see them all going, what? And this Ranger is literally just hiding in plain sight. Can you imagine how many videos, how many things would be talked about if it was back to a weekly thing? But can you imagine all of this? This to me would be the most perfect way to introduce stuff into the series that I would absolutely love and adore. Now, I imagine if you did all this would be the same shock value as when Venjix came back, when it's like, oh, Evox is really Venjix. And the amount where you're like, oh my God. But again, that was a weekly thing. But that sort of kind of like, oh my God, what the hell moment, that to me would have been perfect. And seeing something like this, that's like Dino Fury, for example. Could you imagine if Harvey was the evil Ranger all the way through, that no one knew? He was kind, caring, he would be there for his team and stuff like that. But on the last moment, when it's the bad guys are about to win, like Void Queen could be standing there ready to attack, Harvey just literally hits the back of the Rangers because he's at the back, or he stepped back. Oh my God, it would be absolutely fantastic. And then they could break the spell at the end and be like, he's like, oh my God, sorry guys, I remember everything that I did, but blah blah blah, and like, oh my God. Or if they kind of like broke it off halfway through the series that they didn't trust him, oh, that would make the series absolutely fantastic, and it would add so much to it that I would absolutely love it more than anything. I do think that this would be the only time you could do this. I think that if you tried to do the same thing much later down the line, it wouldn't have that impact. So for a one-off in one series, which regardless of which one it would be, that would be fantastic. That would really kind of make people go, huh. But I think if you took that idea and you ran with it, and then you kind of did something like that, then you could start thinking in other seasons, huh, is this Ranger evil? Even if they were doing something dodgy or not, or anything so sus, you'd be like, huh, is that Ranger evil? Just really thinking about it really does make me kind of go, like, I want to see this happen. Now, I know that Hasbro can't take ideas and stuff like that, but Hasbro, you can take this idea, you can run with it, you can do whatever you want with it if you do it. But there's one condition, that you just call the Ranger Mark, and that's it. I don't care. You call the Ranger Mark, preferably with a white streak in his hair, and that to me would be all that I'd be like, yeah, that's cool, that's all I'd want. So yeah, if you do take the evil Ranger idea, and it's like the hidden evil, and that could be an episode, the hidden evil at the end or whatever, I think that would be fantastic. So Hasbro, if you want to use that idea, that's fine, but it only comes with 2 conditions. 1, call the Ranger Mark, and 2, have a white streak in their hair, because it would be really cool and I would be all up for that, and I would watch the shit out of that series all the time, every time, and be like, look, it's me. Look at it. It's me. I would love it. I think it'd be fantastic. Yeah, so I'm all up for this like Evil Ranger thing from the very beginning. I feel like it would shock a lot of people. I feel like it would be a great thing to have from start to finish, like say 22 episodes, or go for an entire season if you could, if they were still doing that. Could you imagine like about 44 episodes, you don't know that this Ranger's evil, and then in the last like 2 episodes, it just turns on them. Oh, it'd be fantastic. I would really love this idea. I think this would be absolutely fantastic, and I would love to see it. Again, you can use it, Hasbro, but you have to call your Ranger Mark and have a white streak in their hair. Anyway, and I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments, and see ya.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。